tight hamstrings. That could be because hamstring tissue is a little different and it responds differently to stretch than many of your other muscles. So I'm going to show you a few ways to release your hamstrings and strengthen. Here we go.
Come into a forward fold on the wall. Just find a nice little wall space. Put your hips up against the wall and make sure that your ribs and thighs touch. I'm demonstrating a wide leg forward fold here, but you're welcome to take your feet about hip distance apart as well. Just make sure your ribs touch your thighs and then exhale and come up to standing without rolling, just straight up. And we're going to make sure we have this connection. I can't reiterate that enough, the rib to thigh connection. And we're going to take the hips down and up. These little up downs might be a little smaller in your range of motion if your hamstrings are very tight, or if you have tightness in your ankles, knees, or hips. So don't worry about that part. Just keep connected with the ribs and thighs. And bend and straighten. But make sure you don't feel a stretch in hamstrings, just like they're releasing. You might notice your range of motion increases here. All right, here is a flamingo pose. This is one leg up. Shift your weight into your heel. Actually, always shift your weight into your heels in a forward fold. You can be as bent as you like here. And we're just going to hold for about 3 to 5 breaths. And then rotate to the outside of your standing foot. Keep your ribs glued to the thighs. And again, stay here for at least 5 long breaths. Make sure you do this on both sides. And this is a hamstring strengthener. We're just going to lift the legs straight off the floor, but think about your thigh bone lifting up off the floor. Then pull your thigh bone in toward the hip socket. You really can't see it quite clearly, but it pulls in toward the hip socket, not out long, but in and up toward the head. This is the bent knee variation, lifting your thigh bone up off the floor. Lift it and then pull the thigh bone in toward the hip socket. Hold for 30 seconds each, 3 times. And this is, last but definitely not least, legs up the wall. This is a very gentle way to release your hamstrings, and you want to be here at least 3 minutes. Enjoy.
Keep in mind that consistency is key. And if you'd like more where that came from, you're welcome to click my link.